What's going on, guys? Vic coming back to you with another GameCase video. Today we're going to be looking at the Arcade Classics, also known as Mame Arcade. Now your Arcade Classics has all arcade games, literally like the ones that you went to the movie theaters and you played, the uprights. This is going to have all of that. The main thing to keep in mind about Arcade Classics is that you cannot save. It'll save your high scores just like anywhere else, but it won't save your last area per se, like a game save, like a Super Nintendo save would. So when you're playing the arcade, you're gonna have to play through it and finish it just like you would do in the arcades. Main thing on this is that the arcades do need the coins, so you are going to be using the coin button a lot. Also, all the arcades are usually 2 players. So we're going to go into our Arcade Classics. The only main thing to keep in mind about the arcade is that any game that required a steering wheel, like Cruis'n Exotica and Pole Position, with the joysticks it might not work correctly, but that's because it's trying to recognize a steering wheel. Some of the games will work. Also, like your shooting games, like Police Trainer, they're not going to work as if you have an actual pistol in your hand. So just keep that in mind. I would say about 98% of these are playable, minus like the steering wheel ones. Again, your Arcade Class is going to play almost every arcade you could think of. The big one that people ask me if it plays Ninja Turtles and if it plays the Simpsons arcade, yes, it will play all that. Metal Slug series, the whole thing, it's all there. The one big thing about the Arcade Class is to keep in mind that sometimes you're going to see 2 of the same option. The only reason that is because if the game was originally an Asian game, such as this version of Marvel Capcom is Asia, that means that everything is really printed in Chinese. Whereas the second version, which is Euro, is the English version. That's the only reason why you'll see multiple types. Either that or it's different makers. As you can see right there, you got Japan, and then you got the world. So that's the only reason why you'll see multiple. Let's hop to another one. Usually the other one you'll see is Metal Slug. See that? You got a Metal Slug. It's 2 different versions. Either one will work. Some of them need to communicate to each other to work. That's why you're going to see 2 of them. It's difficult to hide the other one, but so keep in mind that you will see 2 of the same game sometimes. As you can see, for example, you got your regular Monster Bet and then you got the second board version. And sort of a popular one, we got Miss Pac-Man. Again, you only press the button 1 time. Only once. Don't go pressing it 30 times. You get the loading screen. You're going to see all the games will load up as if it was really the ROM in the upright. You're going to get some of these sometimes in some games. There you go. We're going to press our coin button. Press player 1. And now you got Miss Pac-Man. This is all off the left stick, obviously. And as you see, everything works fine. Again, if you need to add more coins, you simply just add coins like you would do in real life. Once you're bored, you hit the exit button and you get back. Now again, once you're at the exit button, you're going to see sometimes the joystick doesn't work right away. Just give it a second and it'll come back to life. So now let's say we went to our Pac-Man game. Let's say we want to jump to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Again, you hold right on the stick, you go to T, and you just hold down until you get to T. There you go. So now you have a couple of versions. So for example, I make different arcades. So there's a 2-player version and there's a 4-player version, meaning there's 4 sticks. With the GameCase, you're going to focus on the 2-player ones. Again, if you want to jump to a game title, you just hold the stick, go to your letter, press the first button, which is the A button, and there you go. Other than the steering wheel issue and the actual gun issue, that's the only thing to keep in mind about the arcades. If you don't have the actual steering wheel, some of the arcade games will not work. That's going to conclude the arcade menu on the GameCase.